Previously on Tales from the Humpback Sky.
How big can you get?
That is a very interesting and, rather personal question. Your buttocks is like
Two VW Beetles next to each other in a parking lot. I don't know why. That was really easy.
But if you would like some companions, Owen and I would be more than happy to join you on your adventure through the Humpback Sky.
That would be a genuine pleasure. Training procedure activated. Free bar!
You don't want to start something like that, mate.
These deranged psychopaths on animalistic motorcycles speed towards their next destination. So we find our heroes, our champions, riding through the labyrinthine streets of Troika. Great billows of exhaust fume and smoke rise back in their wake. The sound of their thunderous machines is like the roaring of 1,000 lions. And all anyone can do as they rip through the streets is get out of their way.
Damn right.
So, in this moment, as both of you ride, I just want to get a feel of where you are going and what you look like as you are traveling towards your destination, which I believe is a transport hub.
Well, hang on. No, actually, I thought that we were going to use our bikes to get to Simeon, Sundries and such, and we're just going to hoon past the transport hub just to shake up the teleportation wizard.
Yeah, that was my assumption, but that's your first destination, right? Your first destination.
Well, yeah, we're just gonna freak out the squares at the transport hub as we go past. I know that Owen is sitting right back. He's got the reins of his unicorn bike in his hand, and he's got one cocked on the back of his saddle, and he's like nodding along with every gallop of the hooves.
Yep.
Of the hooves. Of the hoofs.
You did say the sound of 1,000 lions. Would like to think the ostrich has got the sound of 1,000 ostriches.
Which weirdly sounds the same.
On caterpillar tread tire wheel things? It was I can't remember. That's not
You described the ostrich in a really interesting way, I think, Stephen, that there was like a bubble that you climb into and you sit in a capsule of some kind.
The head is the controlling device, right?
Yeah, it's like the lever that you use as both throttle and steering wheel. We'll let our intrepid audience members fill in the gaps in their imagination.
Yeah. So Owen's just looking at trying actively to look as cool as possible, leaping over like mushroom people and like two-dimensional ladies, and like leaping off walls, like going ping, 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 like wall jumping off in between buildings.
Okay.
Leaving a rainbow trail behind him.
Incredible.
Ridge is definitely double jumping occasionally. Like, doot, doot.
Yep. Yeah. That's how you get to the secrets. You get to the secrets.
All right. So you see in your sights the nearest transport hub. You can see silver gondolas taking off. You can see several individuals being transported via sentient pathway. You can see in the distance one of those giant walking towers, and you can see near a bench several of these portal wizards in their high-vis wizarding attire and their large staves that look like massive glowing lollipops are currently, as they usually are, in the middle of some kind of tea break.
Ridge looks at you, Owen, and for the audience at home, because obviously you can't see what my hands are doing, sort of does the fingers to the eyes, fingers straight ahead, and sort of nods at you as in, this is it. This is their moment.
Right. Owen races right up to the bench, but before he gets to the bench, he rears up on the unicorn's hind leg and freezes. And so he's like up like on the hind legs with the two front legs crooked. And he stares down at these wizards and he's like, no more portals for us, you magic losers. Check this out. And he hits a random button on the side of the unicorn's neck, not really knowing what's going to happen. But what does happen is Killing in the Name of starts pumping out of the unicorn's butt, and the unicorn horn lights up and it projects and spins around like a disco ball. You know how you can get those lights that project stars around a bedroom or whatever? This does that. The horn lights up and starts projecting images of light all around every flat surface, but it's images of Hello Kitty and different jobs. And then Owen's just nodding like, in the name of, and like Hello Kitties just spin around him, and he just stares at them like, whatever, what do you think of that? Can't portal that. Don't need to give any kids for that. And then he gives them the finger and rides on.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
I think taking advantage of your incredible distraction, Ridge literally just rides straight at one of the portal wizards, intending to collide with them.
Were you actually going to smash into them?
Yeah. But then my idea is that what portal wizard are going for gets startled, jumps out of the way, drops his sandwich and his cup of tea. Ridge rolls over it with the tracks, smashes the cup, tea everywhere, sandwich is smushed, backs over it, forward again, backs over it, forward again, pulls the finger, burns off.
We needed more enemies. We're leaving this planet. Who gives a fuck?
I love as well. I mean, that's excellent. That's exactly what happens. I love the fact that you have made enemies of a group of people that can change their shape and now a group of people that can travel at will through various spaces.
We love a challenge.
So it's great. I love it though. Brilliant. Brilliant. So there is no need to roll. That absolutely happens. They are filled with fright and confusion. They are disoriented. Sandwiches go everywhere. Tea is spilled. Everything that you do 100% happens, and it looks exactly as you described it. Because of this fantastic description of motorcycle bullying, I want to give you both a rank. What do I want to call this rank?
Not bullying.
Something like, no, one rank in bullying.
I don't want that. I refuse it.
Too bad, you got it.
I've earned
one
it.
Rank. Oh, what is it? Like one rank in like hog riding, or
I like it. I like hog riding.
Yeah, hog riding. Yeah, put it in. You don't need to train for it. It's just this is so intuitive to you. As soon as you straddle these mighty machines, you both fundamentally realized that for your entire lives, something was always missing. And now you have found what that thing was, and a part of your soul feels complete. You were always meant to ride these steeds of steel.
It's fun.
They were meant for you.
Thanks,
so
Joel.
you have that rank now, which you can now use for your various maneuvers.
Rank 1.
Rank 1 in hog riding. You leave them in your dust and smoke. They are sitting flat on their butts, their hats blown off, looking bewildered, covered in spilt tea. One of them, as the noise of dies and you disappear over the horizon, one of them picks up their ruined sandwich, which is covered in black tire treads, gravel, and dirt. He looks at his colleague, his long white eyebrows furrowed, a burning inner rage simmering within his form, his hands quivering, and he says, "Just wait until Grandmaster Chip hears about this."
New law dropped. Grandmaster Chip has entered the chat. Look out. Add him to the list.
Yeah.
What do you mean last time? Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, last time? This sounds like something that someone should remember that they don't.
That's why when you mentioned that Chip's soul did not get into the ritual,
Yeah.
Yes,
I was like, perfect. It's like,
there's somebody.
Because
I love it.
The transport wizards, the teleportation portal wizards own Chip's soul.
Oh, I love it. It's so good.
It's all coming together. Wellity well. All right, well, F them, and off we go.
In a blur of motion and color and in a roar of engine, a visceral smell of oil and grease and smoke, you find yourselves slowing down to a screeching halt. Engines still humming, still as you sit across from Simeon, Sowers, Sundries, and such.
They're still killing in the name of playing because Owen can't work out how to turn it off.
He just keeps pressing it.
He's pushing all the buttons. Glitter flies out of the unicorn's ears. A mace drops out of the unicorn's mouth. He doesn't know what he's doing.
2 machine guns like come out, and then instead of firing bullets, they inflate 2 large inflatable poodles.
Yes.
That then just and then float up into the sky.
But eventually he works it out. It's the order in which you press the buttons.
You cut the engines and dismount your hogs, feeling still that rush, that sense of energy through you. What do you wish to do?
Well, let's go shopping.
Well, we're here to work, right? Like, that's what I'm after, is a little jobby number, earn a bit of cash.
Oh, well.
Oh, no,
I
we're
do
doing
need-
both, aren't we? Wasn't that it?
Oh,
We've got
we
time
do
to
both.
spare because Thalog's going to be a couple of days yet.
Exactly.
So I
I've got
thought,
time for a little jobby
little
for us.
jobby.
But I have quite a bit of money to spend, and I'd quite like to get some equipment if that's okay with you first.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I was actually in the market for a bit more armor, actually. This stuff's fallen to pieces. Let's see what he's got. Just open the door. It's a shop.
Actually, as they approach the entrance to Simeon, Sowers, Sundries, and such, because of their experience last time, Ridge sort of stops. Like he stops and sort of checks if she can see a second doorway or just the one. What does she see?
I'll
Or
get
any
you to-
residual ice.
You don't see anything out of the ordinary. However, I will get you to make a
Second
awareness.
sight?
You can say.
You can make a
Just
second sight if you wish.
Okay, I'll go second sight. It's a success.
Okay. There is certainly magical aura surrounding Simeon Sowers. I think what you see are runic glyphs that offer what look to be some kind of abjuration, some kind of protection, perhaps some sort of mystic security system that has been imbued within the very stonework of this store. There is also another kind of magic that is flowing through, extra-dimensional magic, which to you, Ridge, makes sense, being that when you entered inside for the first time, it seemed much, much larger than what it appears to seem on the outside. On the outside, it's a fairly mundane storefront, but inside it is a vast warehouse, and Simeon Sowers has mentioned that there is even more space in the back rooms.
Okay. I don't think Ridge passes any of that on to Owen. I think Owen would be particularly interested, but
He's not.
yeah. So, but I think last time we were here, Ridge and Owen, or one of us at least, saw double doors for a moment, and then they disappeared. That's why she was curious. But if she didn't see it, that's cool. We're just going to head on in.
Great. Opening the door, there is the tinkling of a bell, and you find yourselves in the vast, strange warehouse confines of Simeon Sowers, Sundry, and such. The impossibly tall aisles filled with strange, esoteric items alongside the mundane. Groceries, beside what looks to be a warping frog-like entity within a glass vestibule. You see a sack of river stones next to what looks to be some kind of board game that is currently hopping and leaping where it currently resides on the shelf, as if it is about to fall off and scamper away. You see rows of magazines and books, some lined up by color, others by order of size, others by how dangerous they are in their cages. But you are led to the main counter, and standing there in his suit, as strangely enigmatic as always, is the proprietor, Simeon Sowers, who sees you and says, "Ah, I wondered when I would see you again, my friends. Welcome. Welcome back. It is good to see you. I smell coin.
Well, yes.
Rude.
Good nose on you there, Mr. Sowers.
I think what you mean to say is, I smell the blood of your enemies and glorious victory.
No.
No? All right, fine. Just me. That's fine.
Have you had any more issues with night pigs or
Yeah.
time rhyme?
Rhyme time?
He pauses for a moment and says, "It will take some time to repair the damage that..."
Yeah, tricky pig. That tricky pig?
Yes. Thank you for your help in that.
It's all right, mate. Anytime.
I have had some very recent issues. Bit of shoplifting.
Oh, really? That's very funny you should say that, because Ridge and I, just so happened to be at a loose end for a few days, and we thought after we do a little bit of shopping here, you know, that coin that you so odorfully sniffed out, we wish to spend at your fine shop. But once we've done that, we thought maybe you had a little jobby, we've been calling it. A little jobby you might want us to do. Down for a bit of a jobby, aren't you? Jobby.
Well, I suppose you could help me in that front. I never really considered it. You tend to keep such matters in-house. But yes, I suppose you could help.
I mean, you know, you gave us the card. You said, you know, whenever you're in town, look me up and I'll have some work for you. Well, ring-a-ding-ding, buddy. Here we are.
How about we do some business first? I sense that there is coin burning a hole in your pocket, and I would like to take advantage of that.
All those stinky coins.
Indeed. And then we can discuss how you can help me. And perhaps, given your proclivities and skills, I can offer some kind of discount. In fact, let me explain the situation first, and then perhaps we can talk business. I have had shoplifting before, but I have made many pains to make it very difficult. And it is very easy for me to, what's the correct word? Record those who transgress within my store so that they are barred. And when one is barred, they simply cannot enter again. However, that is on the provision that I am able to record their transgression and their form adequately. And these individuals did not keep their shape.
Pseudomorphs.
We have come across them before.
Oh, we know how to deal with their type, don't you worry about that. Turns out they are susceptible to having their heads caved in.
Good to know. Well, they really only focused, and this is what struck me as strange. There are many things within this store that would be useful to anyone, let alone a pseudomorph. And I've never had issue with their community before.
Ooh, well, we did pay them a visit not too long ago, and we may have come into a little bit of conflict with them. Maybe we stirred them up, got them a little agitated. I don't know.
What were they after?
Well, that's the thing. They only really focused on one department, reflections and refrains. Yes, and other reflective ornaments and ornaments.
Now, Simeon, are you looking for us to go and retrieve your goods from these? Well, we're assuming it's the pseudomorphs, or were you hoping that we would prevent any further shoplifting?
If I cannot record their physical form, I need a sample of them. That way I can make sure they can never enter the store again. I am not a vindictive person, but I will not allow such people back into my space.
Okay. Samples. We're taking samples of potential criminals. How will we know we got the right ones?
Well,
We're doing some Minority Report future crime prevention.
Perhaps if you found one and you brought them back.
Oh, kidnapping. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, easy.
Well, what do you perhaps have needles and syringes? Maybe if it might be a bit easier for us to just collect a tissue or fluid sample.
I don't know what it is about me that goes kidnapping. Yeah, absolutely. However, needles, no, that's too far. Caving heads in? Sure. Taking samples via hypodermic needle? Gross. What's that? What does that say? What does that say? I'm having an introspective moment.
It is always interesting when one discovers what their line is.
I'm somewhat of a pseudomorph myself. Fairly different than the others.
You're not a member of their wackadoo church, though, are you, Ridge?
No. I'm not a reformed pseudomorph.
Simeon cocks his head and says, "Interesting. And how did you come to that conclusion?"
Okay. Are we allowed to tell people about this, Owen? Are we allowed to tell people about
it? It's your body. It's your collection of a village worth of souls inside you. Your choice.
All right. Okay. Ridge
closes her eyes, looks inwards.
In my mind, the elderly woman is standing by a gigantic Wheel of Fortune wheel with everyone in the village's face on it, and she wears a sparkly dress with a slit right up to her hip
That's too
and
bad then.
wobbly prop full, and she just spins it, and it goes tick 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 tick, and whoever's face is on the arrow is whoever gets to be rich.
That's awesome. I love that.
So the wheel goes, and no one else can see what's going on here. But all that Simeon and Owen see is that the young woman doesn't change as much as you'd expect. The face she grows a little bit shorter, quite a lot thinner, and the face gets a little bit older, and the hair gets much longer and changes from like a black to a brown in color. And in front of you is a sort of woman in her 40s. Maybe going on 50s. You've never seen her before. Extremely athletic. That's the thing that's really different about this woman. Stands very straight, very calm, and sort of sure of herself. And she says, "I'm here. It's so good to be at the fore."
See, Ridge, this is a great body, Ridge. This is the one you should be trucking along with. None of this elderly people stuff. Look at this one, built. I like it.
Posing,
Strong.
and she's not even thinking about it. She's flexing. She is flexing.
No, don't get carried away. You stay in your lane. You stay in your lane, Rich.
What are you talking about? Flexing's for everyone. Don't be selfish, Owen.
You know what? You're right. And I dab a little bit of my very special flexing oil on her arms, consensually, and
Like a benediction? Like a benediction.
Yeah, it's like, you now live in a bone home.
She rubs the oil in, and she's feeling really good. She's, "Well, Mr. Simeon Sowers, I've always been able to do this, but I couldn't remember that I could. But, we came and we collected a component from you, and we found some other components, and we have a scientist friend, and, well, we went back in time, and I discovered who I truly am.
She's just full of people.
I am a village of people in one body."
Takes a village.
Flexing.
And Owen also flexes, and he's having the best day ever.
Simeon takes this in. It's incredibly difficult to know what they're thinking, but he says, well, takes a village, doesn't it?
Exactly. Right. Now, let's go shopping.
So, what is it that you need?
Can I go first?
Of course you can. You don't
I'm
need my
after
permission, mate.
I'm after two things, Mr. Sowers. The first one is I was wondering if you had some kind of armor or protection for my body, something that would make me a little bit more durable because, well, I've had a few close calls along the way.
Simeon, she drops like a sack of potatoes.
Something flexible, something I can still move and fight and dance with.
I think I can think of something. He snaps his fingers, and much like the scene in The Matrix where Morpheus supplies Neo with all of the gun rack, and reality shifts around you. All of the various aisles blur and then reconfigure themselves. And you are looking at this massive series of hangars, all festooned with various types of armor.
This actually works out bloody good because the only thing that I want is armor too. So I shall also be perusing these very shelves.
Excellent. Please have a look. Find something that takes your liking. What do you see? What takes your liking? Is there anything of interest?
I imagined that Ridge should be drawn to something which is a bit more futuristic, not traditional armor in a sort of fantasy setting, but almost like a silvery, shiny, quite flexible fabric suit of some kind. That is sort of can be quite tight fitting around the body. Maybe it has a bit of stretch to it. And in terms of protection, obviously something like an armor would be good, but any kind of protection, I'm sort of open to that. I mean, physical protection would be her number one priority, I think. But other kinds of protection might do the trick as well.
So you see this suit, this kind of full body suit that one simply opens up and slides into like a glove. And as your eyes are drawn to it, Simeon notices and says, "Oh, well, that is a good choice. That is a chrome shroud. You have a good eye."
It's everything I've ever wanted. It's perfect. How much is it?
Well, in terms of
Well, you don't
armors.
start like that. You don't start like that, Rich. You go, I could take it or leave it. I guess I could give you 1 silver.
Simeon turns his
dismissive us.
Simeon then adjusts his posture and then turns quizzically towards Ridge as if he's beginning to expect you to begin a haggle.
I'm no good at haggling. How much do you want for it, Mr. Sowers?
Well, for a chrome shroud of this quality, I will say 20 silver pence.
Tell him he's dreaming. Tell him no. Fuck. All right, fine.
Simeon Sowers takes the coin. He then turns to this massive, ancient-looking silver cash register that you didn't notice before. He opens it up and delicately places the coins inside and closes it again and cranks it, and a big sale sign, ping, comes up. That is yours.
Rightio. Okay. Well, Owen is more of a traditionalist, obviously. This is a big part of his culture. Battle wear, battle garb, armor, and such. So he's looking for things not only that offer a huge amount of protection, but that will look good from a distance when you're in the arena and the crowd is watching. That's part of it, the theatre of battle. So he's looking for big pieces, maybe a shoulder with spikes, maybe instead of like the little pie dish armor, he's going to replace that with like dark leather with studs on it, something of this nature, maybe like something with brackets on the back for his maul to sit in, big boots with metal on them, braces on his wrists, fur-lined, dark leather. Not like full Conan the Barbarian, but pretty much.
So
what do you got?
You absolutely find a suit of armor that suits those needs, for sure. And as you see it and you acknowledge it and you recognize this for what it is, and the want of it begins to grow inside of you, Simeon notices and says, yes, I think a suit of tyrant plate does suit you well.
I could take it or leave it. I guess I could give you $2 for it.
Well,
I mean, just take it off your hands. It's obviously just collecting cobwebs here.
You're so good at that, Owen. You're so good.
Don't watch me go, man. I'm going to fucking get a good deal.
Well, answers Simeon, given that such armor is difficult to come by and usually is only peeled off the corpse of its last wielder, I'm going to have to say at least 40 silver pence, a little bit more than your 2, I'm afraid.
Oh, bro, I get it. It's a good piece. I'm not going to deny that. That's why it sort of piqued my interest, but not really. So what I think is that I could meet you halfway.
While this is happening, Ridge hands you 40 silver pence. Owen.
Thanks, because I don't have any money. I have some. How much do I have? I had 58. I got heaps. I got 98.
I got 98.
I'll go as high as 10 just to take it off your hands. Obviously, taking up a lot of space in your infinite chamber of armor.
Given that you don't really have any haggle skills, I'll get you to roll under. I'll get you to roll under your base skill for this, please.
Okay, good luck, Owen. You're going to need it. Okay.
Actually, pause. I think because this is a bit of a haggle battle, I think you're going to be. It's going to have to be. It's like an attack. So add 2d6. Add your base to it, and Simeon Sowers is going to add his particular skill set to this as well.
It's not super high. 11.
19 for Simeon.
Oh well then.
So Simeon says, "Bold, very bold strategy, but I'm afraid I have to insist. Unless there's something else you can offer up, I suppose I could hold on to this." And if you are able to procure an individual with the information I require, or come back with further information yourselves, I could be persuaded to then mark down the price.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll take that deal. Absolutely. Excellent. Yeah. Let's do it. We'll put it on layaway, as in you lay it away and I'll come back with some pseudomorph blood and then we can do a switcheroo. I love it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing. I was hoping to get some provisions. At least 4 provisions. I'd munch those bad boys down like there's no tomorrow.
You sure?
Because if I don't munch them, there is no tomorrow for me and my collective self.
Well, that will set you back 12 silver pence.
Oh, what the? Steep.
This is craziness.
Okay. Hands you the money.
Oh, Ridge. All right.
Now,
So that's Well, there's 4, is it?
4, correct.
Yeah.
Now, may I offer some items of interest? I understand you find yourselves in tricky situations, and given that you may be taking on the small task for me, you will need a little luck. Would I be wrong?
Oh, no. We could always use a bit of luck.
Fantastic. He clicks his fingers, and again, everything whooshes past you in a blur and then resets. And you are confined in this rounded space. There is no doors or windows. There are shelves that run around the circumference of this room. And on the shelves, there are plain wooden boxes. Simeon makes his way towards one of these boxes, takes it down, and places it on the counter. He unlatches the clasps and opens it up. As soon as he opens it, a gaggle, a choir of tiny voices erupts from the interior, all saying,
worship me, bow down. Worship, sing my praises, worship me, worship.
and
I
as he
like this
turns it
box.
around, you see inside little glass vials. And in these vials are these strange little swirling vapors that almost appear to be humanoid or animal or some shapes you can't quite recognize swirling within, all clinking and clanking as if they're trying to escape the confines of their glass corked prisons. But all of them are crying out in these tiny little voices.
Worship me, bow down, worship me.
Simeon looks at you and says, "These are pocket gods."
What's the point of them?
Well, they're deities that are no longer useful to those who once worshipped them and have become rather small in their influence. However, their tiny spark of divinity, once inhaled, can replenish your luck in a moment.
Ooh. I mean, they don't look that cool. I'll probably give you 1 silver for one, I guess.
Roll over your skill. Give me a high plus your 2d6 plus your skill.
14.
It's going to be an 18 for him.
Yeah, I'm
so,
not surprised.
so he says, "I feel like you're getting a little bit better."
I don't know, mate. I'm trying, but I'm not used to this kind of thing.
He,
I have a set way of doing it, and I'm refusing to budge on it.
you feel as if maybe he's smiling, but again, when you look at him, you can't get a grasp on his features, so it's uncertain.
I feel like you enjoyed the game of it, you know?
But you get the vibe, yeah. You're getting the vibe that he's enjoying himself.
Good. I don't want to piss him off.
He says, "How about this? I'll give you 3 for 10.
Yes. But, no, shush, you.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
But I get to choose which ones.
Oh, absolutely. Well, they are labeled here. Would you like to read out which ones you like?
Nah, I'm just going to run my hand over top. So Owen puts his hands over the box and then he looks inwards and he goes, "Okay, Bernard, I've got like a box of ghost gods here that are basically sniffable in a sniffable form. I want you to help me pick out 3 that are like the most chaos flavored ones. You down?"
Your guts react and you feel the worm inside roil through your intestines and you hear Bernard's voice. "Oh, all right. What do we
You
have?"
feel it? You feeling that?
Oh, there is some small lingering, what's the word I'm looking for? There is a small lingering scent of chaos here. Give me a moment.
I'm fingering them. Touch, 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 touch.
Yes, over here. And he guides you to the far right corner of the box.
Oh, it's like my hand is almost moving of its own accord, like a Ouija board. Whoa, yeah. Ooh,
And
yeah.
And it reads on the small brass plaque, "Molly Prax, the still belching, patron of digestion."
Seems legit. We want that one. Simeon, this one. That's the first one.
Interesting choice. Bernard
I
then
got a
says,
system.
"Go down near the middle," and your hand
Ooh.
moves. Yes, take this one. I like
This is the
how
next
it
one, Simeon. This one here.
feels.
This one.
Simeon looks, ticket, god of things that shine but have no value. Interesting.
One more, Bernard.
This one, down near the left.
All right.
Yes.
This one. Not that one.
No.
That one's green.
No. The one next to it.
I got this one, the black one.
Yes. No.
This one.
No. Yes,
Oh,
the
no.
one, the shiny one, the little shiny one.
Of course. My bad. This one's Simeon.
Yes. Simeon looks at it and says, Dunt, the unpoppable bubble.
Yeah, bro. Need that one. That's it. Those are our three.
Good choices. If you are in the need to re-imbibe your luck, simply open the cork and sniff.
Now, I would like one too. At least one. Can I have one? Can I buy one?
These are for us.
And do you have any demon gods? Any demon gods? Gods of the demons? Demon gods? Gods? Demons? Demon gods? Abyssal gods?
Simeon, you feel, narrows their eyes, although you can't quite tell, but they click their fingers. Everything swooshes around you once more, and you find yourselves in a chamber made out of black stone. There are shelves filled with what look to be black cubes with symbols of binding and sealing. And he says, "Yes, I do, Ridge."
This is a little bit more than I expected. I just thought maybe in their big basket of pocket gods you had one who was a little bit of the demon side. But there's quite a lot going on here. What am I looking at?
I'm afraid this is a little higher on the pay grade.
Ooh, what do they do? What do these ones do?
Within these demon cubes, there is a demonic essence. Once imbibed, a possession takes place, and for a moment, you wear the strength of a demon, its rage, its power, its dark desires. For each cube, about 20 silver pence.
Okay. Yeah, 7 pence of it. 20.
Rich. Oh my God.
She can only afford one. She's going to buy one. And by the way, Owen, my name, and she shakes your hand, and it's firm, is Brindle. Pleased to meet you.
Oh, is that the name you'd like to go by?
Well, no, just call me Ridge, but, of the collective of the village, my name was Brindle, and you may have met my husband. He was a muscular fellow. You were quite impressed with him when you first saw him, and he didn't last very long before Ridge changed again. But,
right.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I remember that shape. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. All right, Brindle. Ridge. Sure.
Your gut begin really roiling, Owen, as Bernard goes, "Oh, in here, oh, I can feel the fury, the rage that is contained within this room.
Really? In one of these boxes? One of these cubes?
In every cube, there is a dark anger."
Yeah, but the way that Simeon talked about it was like it would grant you somebody else's strength, and that's not really my thing. I'm like, my strength is enough. What I'm saying is that I'm enough, you know? I don't need no demon to make me strong.
Your guts roil, and Bernard says, "Remember when you defeated the demon?
Yes, I do.
And you took its power.
Oh, yeah, I sniffed it in for you. Oh,
Such power is here.
all right.
I understand.
But
through
maybe we
battle.
can assimilate it like we did that other time, and then I got fireballs.
I think, Owen,
Is
it's
that what happened?
important.
No, I got flash. I got flash powers. I got flash powers now.
Remember this place.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Perhaps in the future, there will be a moment.
Consider it locked away, buddy.
Simeon looks you, Ridge, and says, "Well, the choice is yours now. Please let me know which cube you wish to purchase."
I think she absent-mindedly hands the 20 silver coins to Simeon and is kind of moves over the cubes with her hand. She's trying to feel for a cube which has a particular righteous vengeance type, sort of the feeling of vengeance inside it. Someone who would really like to get back at whoever put them in this cube.
You begin focusing your intent as you move through. And as you do, your training as a demon stalker begins to activate. Those senses, so well honed within you, begin to ripple through your form. And you feel a consciousness almost seem to reach out at you. It remembers insults. It remembers debts owed to it. It waits. It is coiled in ash, nursing hatred. And in a moment you get a glimpse of something. It is just a brief second, but you get the glimpse of a towering skeletal figure wrapped in charred rags that are smoldering but never burn away. Its face cracked like cooled magma. Its eyes burn backwards in its skull.
She takes that one in her hand.
It's
How
warm
big are
to the
they?
touch.
Like, are they like a Rubik's
big-
cube, or are they bigger?
They are exactly as big as a Rubik's cube.
Okay. And she sort of holds it against her chest and looks at Owen and says,
Well, the enemy of our enemy is potentially our friend. I have a good feeling about this cube.
Well, if that's the vibe you're getting, go
"This is
for it.
very angry demon in here."
I bet.
Simeon looks and he seems to be taking note of what you have chosen, and he says, interesting choice. Tharnazul, the Ember Grudge.
Thar Nazul.
Now, I would not be a responsible retailer if I did not mention this. The imbibing of such a creature is not a given. You need to wrestle with it inside of yourself, lest it take your form. But I feel perhaps you may be at an advantage, given your community that resides within you.
Very good. Do I need to feed him?
Like it's a Tamagotchi.
Yeah. Anything I need to take care of my pet Tharnazul?
It is bound away, locked within its prison. There is no feeding that is needed.
Okay. Not needed. Okay. Gotcha. Wink.
Enjoy, snaps the fingers, you're back at the main counter.
All right.
I did want to ask before we move on, Tom, what are the mechanics of a chrome shroud?
Oh, it's a Chrome Shroud is it's a +1 to your armor. So it's a +1 to your armor.
So that means whenever I take damage, if it's physical damage, I take 1 off that damage.
You take 1 off of that damage.
Great.
And I'm also going to say, if you keep it very shiny, then it can potentially help you in interactions with people who respond well to gilded individuals. So perhaps if you are in spaces where you're hobnobbing with the upper crust and the elite, or if you are perhaps in the company of a bunch of crows or ravens.
Yeah.
Great. Are you done, Owen? Are you ready to...
Well, yeah. I mean, my big prize is waiting for us after we complete this job. I'm leaving here with just a couple of god nangs in my pocket.
Yeah. They were cool, weren't they? Can't wait for you to snip those bad boys.
Yeah, if I ever feel like a boost of luck, and you can have one too, mate. I've got 3.
Oh, thanks, mate.
All right.
Now, before you leave, I would be remiss if I did not continue to empty your pockets. You are both masters and mistresses of the arcane arts, correct?
Yeah. I mean, I can do an earthquake for you. Bit of a flash.
I will take your word for that. But I suppose you find that once you use your magic, you feel a little diminished. Is that right?
It has a cost, as all things stow, as I'm sure you know.
Indeed. Well, Simeon takes out another small case and he opens it up. And inside are these little crystals. And he says, these, if you have not seen them before, are plasmic cores. They are crystallized starlight.
Ooh.
Crack one of these and imbibe its vapors, and you will gain back what you have lost.
So now plasmic cores. I actually have a plasmic core. I looted of someone. Are they also like a source of ammunition and weapons?
So they are a source of ammunition for pistolets or fusel rifles, but they can also be used by wizards in place of spending stamina on a spell. However, there is a downside to using them. So this hasn't happened to either of you, but if you fail a magic roll, as in you roll double 6s, you have to roll on the oops table and something strange happens. However, if you have imbibed a plasmic core to do your magic and then you roll those double 6s, you do not roll on the oops table. You simply overdose and die on the magic.
Oh.
So when you crack one open, you do not have to spend any stamina for the magic that you use, but there is a potential risk.
I don't do a lot of magic. I have the one spell. You've seen it before, Owen, when I turn invisible to demons, and I don't think we're going to be needing that one that often. So I'm going to give this one a pass. You go for gold. Whatever you're feeling, Owen.
I don't know. I very rarely use my magic. It's more of a Hail Mary, let's GTFO sort of situation when I do, because I absolutely prefer hand-to-hand combat. Maybe. I guess I could take one, if you absolutely had to get rid of them, for maybe like 1 silver.
Try another haggle for me.
Are you adding haggling to your skill list to potentially level up in the future?
Well, maybe you can spend some time with Simeon Sowers. He can teach you his haggling ways.
It's getting one better every time. It's 15 this time.
15. Okay. He actually rolled a 15 as well. So can you roll again, please?
Yes. This is a 14.
He rolled a 15 again.
Oh, there you go.
How about 1 for 10, and I'll throw in another if you complete this job.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. I hand over 10.
Good.
What are they called?
Plasmic Cores.
So I've got God Nangs and Crystal Nangs. Crystal Cores.
With that, Simeon Sowers says, now, is there anything else?
Only if you've got a lead on where we should start looking for our pseudomorph friend for questioning. Where do you think, what
Well,
they
we've
last
been to the society before. Why don't we just go back?
I doubt they're still there. We smashed that place, didn't we?
Where else would we go?
More like what did he look like, the last one that you saw, and where were they going, and any sort of features they may keep.
Yeah.
I'm also very intrigued as to why they took all my reflective surfaces.
We've had some business with reflecting stuff. We've got an expert, actually.
Sounds like I have chosen the right people.
Maybe we need to check on Kennick, actually.
He's
only been a day, but
he's being slugged, mate. He's fine.
The coincidence, you say, well, yes, slugging's good way to heal. But he has been, he is the mirror man in a way. And if people are looking for mirrors, then maybe they're going to seek out Kennick. I wouldn't want him to get into any trouble without us there.
Oh, no, it'd be useless without us. That's for sure.
Very useless.
Well, yeah, all right. Well, look, you leave this with us, Simeon, and we'll sort it out. We'll come back with answers for you, mate. You just have that armor ready for me when we get back. If I still want it, which I probably won't.
Well, I will hold it for you nonetheless. Thank you for your patronage.
Thank you for your shop.
You're welcome. And you leave the confines of the store. You astride your hogs, and with a roar of their engines, you turn them towards where?
I guess we'll head towards the Pseudomorph House of Disrepute when we went the other time.
Yeah. The Society of Reformed Pseudomorphs. Just before where they head off on the bikes, off in that direction, kind of a little bit surreptitiously, Ridge takes out her new demon cube and sort of strokes her gently and takes out her vial of demon blood and just puts a little one single drop on the cube and sort of rubs it in. Sort of like sort of says, there you go, big guy. Have a little munch on that.
Yeah. All right. A drop of demon's blood lands on the black cube and then is sucked into its confines.
Cool.
And you feel currently the cube is warm, like holding a small electronic device in your hand. Like you feel the warmth of it. Like a little Game Boy. The warmth of a Game Boy.
It's been played for 6 hours.
It gets a little warmer.
Okay. She sort of whispers, sort of quietly says to the cube,
Farnazul, we need to have a chat later on. I'll tell you a story, and I think we might be able to help each other.
And she puts it away in her knapsack.
Okay. And with that, your bikes roil and burst into life and roll off with great speed towards the Eldritch Society of Reformed Pseudomorphs.
Enjoying Tales from the Humpback Sky? Rate, review, and follow wherever you get your podcasts from. It helps more than you think. Thanks for listening.